How's it going, everyone? Got a lot of news and game updates to go over in this video. Lost Soul Aside, a game that I seemingly have been kind of memeing on for a while, just because it's comical to me how much this game gets delayed and everything like that. Not even delayed, how long we just go without getting an official release date for the game. And while we don't have a release date, yes, a release date still cannot be had, we do have some updates about the game, as well as a 22-minute gameplay video, so that's kind of sizable. We'll talk about that. Phantom Blade Zero, a demo, is planned for release in 24, and a game that I've been covering on this channel for a little bit, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, does have its PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 release date. Kind of a high price point, but you know, nothing too crazy. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But first of all, Lost Soul Aside has gotten a brand new trailer. It has gotten 22 minutes of gameplay as well. There was a China Joy presentation. The presentation itself is about 30 minutes, but we're looking at around 22 minutes of gameplay. You're talking straight up Final Fantasy Devil May Cry style gameplay. The game looks flashy. The game looks cool as all hell. I'm always a little bit skeptical whenever we get these kind of vertical slices where you don't see the entire of the game executed, and while a 30-minute or a 22-minute clip in this instance can look incredibly flashy, look like a spectacle, how that translates into the overall package, that is something that remains to be seen. But so far, what we're seeing out of Lost Soul Aside has looked great. And I think it's a game that, if it actually sees the light of day, it can be something pretty cool. Now, we also got a brand new trailer, and it features NVIDIA GeForce RTX. Not only that, the description of the game no longer mentions a PlayStation 4 version of the game. So that's how long we've been in the weeds waiting for Lost Soul Aside. We've passed generations at this point, and I think they know that the game is so far out still, whether it be a 25, 26 release window. By that point, like, we're talking 2025, 2026, you think these games are going to be supporting a 12-year-old console? Like, at some point, we do got to move on. It does also confirm a PC version of the game that does utilize NVIDIA GeForce RTX, but obviously, that won't be realized on PlayStation. Lost Soul Aside is an action RPG developed on Unreal Engine 4 and planned for release on PlayStation 5 and PC. It features a unique combat system, stunning graphics, engaging story. The gameplay revolves around fluid and intense battles as players face a variety of powerful enemies and challenges. A release date, again, still yet to be announced, but man, oh man, I gotta say, the gameplay looks great. Like, it does look like this game is making progress, and that has me excited. It's just, you know, 7-8 years of following a game, at some point you are like, okay, like, you know, do your thing or get off the pot. Do your thing or get off the pot is what I'm gonna say when it comes to Lost Soul Aside. And every year, it seems like with the China Joy event, this is gonna be the game at the helm of everyone's mind. Like, what is the game from the China Joy, you know, initiative? What is the game everybody's looking forward to? It is Lost Soul Aside. That is the game with the big budget, the big promotion centered around it, and everybody wants to see this game being released. I thought that if this game gets a release window of 2024, that could add a real nice layer to the PlayStation 5's library in 2024, just because it does look a little bit light, especially from a first-party standpoint. What are you looking at? You're looking at a bunch of live service games that, let's be honest, most of you guys are not going to be interested in your Concords or your Payday. What was it? I don't even remember the game that gave most people the idea of Payday. Fair Game is what it's called. But I don't know how many people are going to be excited about those titles. You've got like your FF7 Remake Part 2s and your Rise of the Ronins of the world, third-party exclusivity agreements. Lost Soul Aside could add a nice layer to it, but I don't think, based on the fact they're not giving a release window at this point, and they shouldn't. If they give out a 2025 or 2026 release window right now, you're just gonna look goofy as all hell, given how long this game has been in development. So, you know what? Don't give us a release window until it's like the year before. Like, let's say if China Joy 24 happens and the game is scheduled for 25, okay, then you could say the game is finally going to be coming in 2025. But at this point, like, you don't have a lot of goodwill in terms of hitting release dates and release windows with this game, and it's been in development for so long that if you give us a 2025 or 2026 release window, like, bro, I would be on video and I would be, like, just memeing all over that. So, like, the fact they didn't announce anything like that, I'm not gonna slight them. They shouldn't be announcing a 2024 or 2025 release window, or I should say 25 or 26, just because, like, that would be the goofiest thing imaginable and nobody would believe them. And, you know, that is what happened with LSA before. We were talking about this game coming out in the year 2018. It is 2023, and we're still waiting on it. Game looks great. Game looks flashy as all hell. Game looks like something that I would absolutely play, but in terms of, you know, my optimism of actually ever getting it in my hand, I don't know about that one. We'll see if that actually comes to fruition. Moving on from that, Phantom Blade Zero. A demo is planned for release in 2024. S-Game will release a 30-minute demo for Phantom Blade Zero in 2024, announced during the Action RPG's China Joy 2023 stage presentation. Now, this is another game. It's very early on in development. They had a 42-minute presentation at China Joy, and it was a lot of Q&A. We did have some art pieces and things like that shown off. This is a game that I heard some people thinking that we were going to see it, you know, in the near future, and also, you know, it is a game that was really the standout of that abomination that was the PlayStation Showcase, but this is a game that I knew it right away when seeing it, and a lot of other people picked it up right away. We had the idea this was a Chinese game, and based on, you know, past this prologue, it's a game that we're probably not going to get until 2026 or 2027, and it's still very early on in development. I think it's 18 months in, so you gotta be, you know, you gotta be cautiously optimistic when it comes to games like this. I like to cover them just because, you know, people do get excited about these titles, but I also like to make you guys abundantly aware of what we've been going through when it comes to these titles, and why you can't get overly excited. Like, you see those, like, Twitter collages of, oh, PlayStation's got the best lineup of games ever, and you see titles like Phantom Blade Zero and Lost Soul Aside in those images, those collages, and I'm just like, bro, come on. You already know we ain't playing these games for years. You do know that, right? But nonetheless, a demo planned for 2024. And lastly, I do want to know, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk for PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, and Xbox One will be launching on September 1st. This is a game that definitely is harkening back to something like Jet Set Radio Future. That is obviously the comparison point that so many people are drawing. Team Reptile brings you Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, 1 second per second of highly advanced funk style in a world from the mind of Don Coster, where self-styled crews are equipped with personal boost packs, new heights of graffiti are reached, start your own cipher, and dance, paint, trick, face off with the cops, and stake your claim to the extrusions and cavities of a sprawling metropolis in an alternate future set to the musical brainwaves of Hideki Naganuma. In the game, you choose a character from your crew and explore the three-dimensional streets freely. The goal is to bomb and get your name up. Every neighborhood has many spots to find where you can paint graffiti. Once you get enough rep, you can challenge the local crew. For the territory, features a unique track system with grinding, sliding, wall running, and tricking in the air, as well as on the ground. You'll encounter a lot of weirdos as well. Game looks creative. Game looks a little bit unique and something that would be right up my alley. The thing is, that release date is a little bit daunting. It comes out September 1st on consoles. Switch and PC actually come out on August 18th, so August 18th will actually be a little bit of a reprieve before the heavy amount of games that'll come out in the latter portion of the year. $40, kind of pricey, but you know, we'll see. Depending on how much content and how much longevity the game has, that might be something worthwhile. But that is going to do it for me. Lost Soul Aside gets a batch of new gameplay. Nice to see that game come back from the depths of, you know what. So, hopefully we'll get a release window soon. Maybe 2025, 2026, but, you know, them not announcing it, I think, will immediately eliminate 2024 as a window. Hopefully I'm wrong about that. You know, I'd love to be wrong. I'd love for LSA to be a 2024 title. Phantom Blade Zero demo planned for a release in 2024, and Bomb Rush Cyberfunk coming September 1st, $39.99 on that. That'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.